Alright, here we are for round number 2 with this Esper Familiars deck. We're on the play, and this hand looks okay. We do need to find some lands and find some more, some familiars, but we've got a preordained to find that sort of thing. I'm going to put both of these on top. Yeah, let's put both of them on top. So imagine next turn I'm going to preordain, and then I'm going to play the swamp and fetch out a plains. Alright, playing against Affinity. Preordain. Alright, I want both of these, I guess, so... his hand's a little slow with no familiars in it, though. I don't know how I feel about it. Our opponent accidentally went to begin combat, which they, for some reason, they have a stop there. Alright, let's see how many frogmites they have. Hopefully it's none, but it looks like they've got something going on. Okay, so I'm going to bounce this germ. Oh, they've got the frogmite. Then maybe I won't bounce the germ. Let's go ahead, play the Mana War. I think I will still bounce the germ. They can play the frogmite for free next turn anyway, so there's no real reason to bounce it. They want to spend their whole turn equipping this and then attacking me. That's great for me. I assume they have at least 2 Mirror Enforcers, otherwise they wouldn't have kept this hand, or at least 2 4/4s this turn. Alright. Hellcast is pretty good too. That's probably the best card in the Affinity deck. I'm gonna trade. It's like a pretty obvious trade for me. Yeah, that's easy. That's an easy choice, if I ever seen one. Let's see what we get. Nothing. We get trash. So you get Oracle here. Let's see what we can find. Oh, they're playing Metallic Rebuke. That's interesting. That card's just so greedy in this deck, but when you have a great draw, it's good, obviously. The reason I don't really like it in the Affinity deck is the Affinity deck needs to be really heavy on threats. So when you don't draw like multiple thought casts, you don't run out of threats. What if I just had like 1 removal spell and 1 counter spell, and my opponent would have, I don't know, they wouldn't really have a lot going on right now. Alright, let's go ahead. I'm going to grab another island. I think there's no real reason that I would want to have multiple swamps in a turn. Gonna play Muldrifter. We're gonna lose this game, but you never know, we could get super lucky. I didn't get Metallic Rebuke to that time, so that was good. Getting blasted. Okay. Hopefully they play out all their lands this turn. Problem is I can't actually make them discard either of these things because this Dinrovahor, they're gonna be able to. They're always gonna have cards in their hand. And Affinity has a good draw, man. It's so unfair. Like my opponent played just tons of power every turn, and was able to play a counterspell, two draw twos, and a removal spell. It's pretty unrealistic. Alright, well, I got another swamp. I get to Dinrovahor or something back to their hand. It's going to be this Mirror Enforcer, just so they have to spend the mana to move the Flayer Husk, I guess. Doesn't matter. We're dead to Fling, we're dead to Galvanic Blast, dead to pretty much anything. Okay, they play a land. Gonna equip there. I'm not blocking it if they only attack with this, otherwise I'll block the Forager, of course. Yep. The swamp is gonna come in handy. I'm gonna be able to play my familiar and my horror this turn. It's the only way I can even really live. Would have been really nice if they had to discard one more card, or if they had been forced to discard this. But I think they probably have a land left. They couldn't even play. Yeah. So now I have to decide here what I want to do. They're going to be attacking me with a 5/5. I can block with my horror. I can block with both and trade. I think trading is the right call. The other option is to just, I can chump with just my horror and then I'll have my regenerate up on my Nightscape Familiar later, or I can just block with chump with this and hope I draw something that can team block with my Denrova Horror. But I think I have to get it off the table and then draw like a Muldrifter and then bounce, or then like chump this one. And I still need them to draw nothing. Like if he drew any creature, I'm dead almost no matter what. Yeah. Alright, Seagate Oracle. What are you going to bring me? I need you to hit another Seagate Oracle into, I don't know. I mean, I do get to live, but not really. Okay. I need them to hit another land. They didn't. I'm dead. Alright. So I'm going to bring in the Hydroblast. They're going to bring in Pyroblast against me, so I might as well have Hydroblast against them. Prismatic Strands is not like some of the other ones. You can't actually name Artifact. It's still okay. We might want it, but I don't really think that we want it very much. Hoodwink. Can bounce any of their stuff. It's okay. Nothing amazing about it or anything. I don't think we want the Fogbringer. The Missionary is pretty bad. Don't think I want that. I do think I want one Prismatic Strands. I want all this stuff. Fogbringer, not great. Muldrifter, not great. All this stuff is, I don't know. A lot of this stuff's really bad. Like, Sunscape Familiar is bad when it can't block anything, and I don't know if I want Dispel over, probably just would rather have another Hydroblast. It just seems better than Dispel. Snap's like our only real interaction with them. Seagate Oracle, again, is pretty bad if it can't block anything, so I'll take one of those out. I want the Fogbringer. This matchup seems really bad. I don't know how we're supposed to beat them. Fogbringer, huh? Are you better than a Hoodwink? Probably don't necessarily have time for compulsive research. Let's go with a Hoodwink. Let's just go like this. I don't know. I'm pretty new to this deck, and I assume this deck isn't particularly tuned anyway, because, like, it just got made like pretty shortly after Denrova Horror came out, so it's not like this is a finely tuned machine. It's like one guy has been playing it a little bit. This hand is pretty decent, but again, it's kind of slow. Gonna play my island, gonna grab a plains, gonna play the Aqueduct, and then hopefully I'm just playing the Seagate Oracle on turn 3. Hopefully we don't die, I don't know, turn 4 or whatever. I don't know how fast Affinity can kill. They might be able to kill you turn 3, I'm not sure. They can definitely kill you turn 4 pretty easily. Probably not turn 3, that's pretty fast. I'm not sure it's possible for them to play enough artifacts to kill you with an ATOG. It probably is. Alright, indestructible land, sure. Grab our planes. Okay, I'm gonna play the Aqueduct. I still have an untapped white source if I think I need it next turn. Getting an extra bounce land is really strong with Snap. It's going to make us a lot of mana. Ancient Den, huh? That's interesting. Some of these decks I've seen have started playing the like Sun Chaser or whatever. It's So maybe that's what my opponent is doing. I think we just wanted Denrova Horror here. Kind of wanted both of those cards. Okay, so they top decked a Frogmite this turn. Relic is gonna make it hard for us to combo, but I don't know if we really need to like go infinite or whatever to beat this deck. Let's see where Preordain finds us. We really would like to find a familiar with this Preordain. Am I getting Metallic Rebuked? That's interesting. Again, the reason I'm not sure I like this that much is in the deck, it's kind of hard to get like enough blue to have that up, and then have like a bunch of untapped artifacts and stuff. So this turn I can play, like I can snap my Seagate Oracle and play him again if I want. But I think I'd rather get this Chancery in play, and then I'd be able to play Muldrifter next turn. The benefit of the snap line is that I get to keep some cards in my graveyard. So what I want to do is force my opponent to actually exile the Relic when I play my Mnemonic Wall. See how many 4/4s I'm facing down this turn, or if it's just the one. Just the one. Okay, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to snap this Mirror Enforcer. Oop. Better tap both of these if I want to do that. Let's go ahead and snap him. See what my opponent does. Yeah, so I figured he had another Metallic Rebuke, and I want to just run my Muldrifter into it. So this is going to work just fine for me. I can pay the 3 if I want. Do I care that much? So if I pay the 3, then I actually can't... Well, I can bounce his Frogmite too with my snap. Yeah, sure. That's a tough one. I mean, I might as well pay it. Alright. So I can play a Denrova Horror this turn. If I can snap his Frogmite. Well, I'm going to snap the Frogmite, I think. It's possible I want to snap this Seagate Oracle, but I don't think I quite want to do that. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. I'm actually going to bounce his Prophetic Prism, I think. No, maybe a land. Prophetic Prism benefit is he's not going to be able to play this. Yeah. So if I bounce the Prophetic Prism, he can play a Frogmite for free, and then he'll have to tap out for the Mirror Enforcer. So, all right. That worked out pretty well. Our opponent had kind of a slow draw, and we ran him over. That's kind of the power of Snap. It was +2 mana each time on that turn. Also, our opponent maybe shouldn't have countered it when I could just pay. I don't know. I guess I kind of liked our configuration. Kind of like Boggle's last round. Affinity is another very inconsistent deck, and if they have a good draw, they can beat almost anything, especially our deck. We're not the fastest, like most aggressive deck or anything, so they can still just kill us no matter what we do. This hand looks okay. Keep this. It's not great. Puts us in kind of an awkward spot with our bounce land, we'll probably have to discard, but I might just like hoodwink one of their things back to their hand. Okay, drone. What's kind of cool about hoodwink is I can use it to bounce their. I can use it to bounce. Oh, never mind. You could always bounce a land with it. All right. So it's not a cool thing. It's just a normal thing. Man, having to pay mana for your Frogmite is not great. Let's see what we're getting hit with here. Which kind of 4/4 is it? All right. Let's go ahead and grab a plains. So I don't want to discard, so I'm going to hoodwink. Oh, I can't even hoodwink. This doesn't hit creatures? What the heck? Well, I'm still going to hoodwink the That makes it a lot worse. That makes my play a lot worse. So what I wanted to do next turn was tap both my mana, play a bounce land, pick one of them up, cast Snap on a creature. I'm just gonna hoodwink the Frogmite. I can't believe this doesn't hit creatures. Oh my god, this card is a lot worse than I thought. I mean, it's fine against Affinity since a lot of their creatures are artifact creatures. If our opponent plays a land here, they get to play the Frogmite for free, but it still saves us some damage and it saves us a discard, which is important too. I assume they have a Mirror Enforcer, of course. And another Forger, sure. That's pretty reasonable, right? I have 14 power on turn 3. That's pretty fair magic, right? But they are out of cards, at the very least. And I get to bounce 2 things this turn? What? Thing is, we're just kind of like treading water here while they get ahead of us. Bounced a Forger. I'm going to bounce both Forgers because they can't play them both. Unless they draw exactly Tree of Tails. Which, I'd be pretty tilted if they dropped a Tree of Tails right now. Alright. They get to hit us for 4. We're going to take it. Oh, man. I should have probably played this Aqueduct last turn. That was just a mistake, because I had an untapped White Source this turn. You gotta always be thinking about your mana, and I even did it last game. I was just thinking, oh, I played a white, I'm gonna want to pick up a white, but that's not how it works. Alright, Snap's a good draw. Aqueduct. So, I'm definitely gonna chump block this turn. The question is, which thing do I want to chump block with? I think the Seagate Oracle is maybe a little more important. I don't have a ton of card draw, so I'm just gonna block like that. 8, I'm a little more okay with going to 8 rather than... Okay, so they're holding up a counterspell. So we're gonna lose, I think. I don't know. Maybe we're gonna lose. So I can't possibly beat a Metallic Rebuke, right? Maybe I can. Let's go ahead and... What can I do here? I'm going to play this island. So if I play the Familiar, then the Rebuke is going to hit my Snap, counter my Snap. If I just cast Snap, they can't Rebuke it. I could just cast Mnemonic Wall and I would die, pretty much. I'm going to go ahead and cast Snap first and see what they do. Snap the Forger. I don't anticipate this resolving. Okay, they got a Pyroblast. Or is it just a Galvanic Blast? Okay. That's not great for me. Okay, they don't have the Rebuke. So I guess that's okay. They only had one card in their hand besides the other Forger that I knew about. There's the Tree of Tales that I didn't want them to draw earlier, but I guess it doesn't matter too much that they drew it now. I mean, it kind of matters. I don't think we have any outs here, but gosh darn it, I'm going to try. Alright, we're going to 2. Are we dead? Am I dead, opponent? Yep, we're dead. That's dumb. Alright. They killed us on turn 6 even though I bounced 4 creatures or whatever. Alright, let's go on to round 3.